Hey, what's up, y'all? What a glorious end to the week it's been, huh? What a way to start the weekend. We got a lot to talk about today. We got to talk about DSP's marathon. We got to talk about his competition last night. The Keno Casino having PWR on their show. We're going to talk about that. Where were all the big whales for Phil last night? We're going to take a look into that too. So yeah, let's get into it, y'all. All right, we're going to start off today, and I'm just going to let the clip roll. This is the beginning of DSP's marathon. It's a stark difference between now and the end. And you can't just chalk it up to him being tired at the end, and we'll take a look at why.
Oh, man, what a day today will be. Today's going to be an epic day, guys. It is. Today's going to be a great one. I'm very excited. I'm pumped. Hope you are, too. All right, should we just get started? Let's begin, shall we? What's up, everybody? DSP here. It is June 5th, 2025. Welcome to DSP Gaming, and welcome to my Switch 2 launch day event, also known as the Rainbow Road Rush. Good stuff, guys. If you're live on stream, welcome. If you're watching on demand, welcome. Whether you're on YouTube or Kick, welcome. Today is going to be an epic day. A day that they said would never happen. A day that people actually conspired against happening because weirdos are so bizarre that they're so obsessed with me that they did not want me to have this. They were so staunchly against me getting this. They were so upset to think that Darkside Phil in 2025 could have any iota of success, that people would want to watch him do a launch event, even though he's an old 43-year-old man and he's over the hill. How dare Phil have any kind of fun? Not allowed. We'll get.
So regarding the success part, he's going to eat those words later. Just trust me on that.
Guess what? Doesn't matter what they try. The king is back and here to stay. Nothing can stop me. I am legend. What's up, everybody? Good morning.
I know I should just end the video right now. But okay, so he's pretty happy in the beginning. You know, he's got his Switch. He's ready to do his launch event. He's going to unbox it. He's going to show you what the Joy-Cons do. He's going to dissect it in the most DSP way possible. And it's going to be probably an hour and a half of that. And I'm not going to play that. He's starting off on a high. He's on his high horse. You know, he thinks that this is a marathon and he's going to make thousands of dollars. You know, he's talked about trying to get thousands of dollars on his own without the help of Keno Casino to prove that he can be successful. He's had marathons earlier this year, you know, birthday marathons where he's made thousands of dollars for whatever reason. He's had the whales come in and just donate. You know, the typical people, NDO, it's a me, Ken. They'd come in and they'd donate and they'd get him a lot of money. And that's what he's expecting here. So let's fast forward a bit. Now we're hours into this marathon. He's only got, what is it, like $344 or something like that. And he's only like 2 hours away from the end of his marathon. So things aren't going the way that Phil thought they would. And here we get the first peak of real saltiness from Phil. Let's take a look.
Thanks for a gifted sub. It sure would be great if other people could support the stream. But I don't know what's going on today, quite frankly. Everyone said they wanted the new game. On the new console, I get the new console and the new game. And we've had basically incredibly slow support for a marathon. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what to say. That's why I'm not even really talking about it, because I'm starting to get upset. So I'm just going to fucking play the game. Seriously. Not even gonna fucking say nothing. I'm not. Just had enough. I really had enough of the trolls in the chat. I'm just trying to have a good time with the game. I gotta hear their bullshit all day. Fucking low-life losers.
So the entitlement here. I expected more today. I expected more from you guys than what you've given me. This is my business, guys. Playing video games. I don't make an hourly wage. I need to make thousands of dollars. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Just be grateful for the support that you have left over from all the bullshit that you've pulled over the past year, King Snake. But even if you did feel this way, keep these thoughts to yourself. Why are you burdening the audience by telling them that they're not doing a good enough job watching you? Like, dude, you're broadcasting on YouTube for free. If you need that money, you really, really do, create an OnlyFans and stream on there and do video games on OnlyFans. Like, that requires a membership. So if that's the way you're going, then maybe you're on the wrong platform, Phil. DSP didn't really have anyone wailing out for him last night. What happened? Well, take a look at the ban logs here. And I see multiple names here that are contributors of DSP. I don't know how many of them are legit and how many of them are just clone names from, you know, maybe people making socks or something. But, you know, you got It's a Me Marcula, 11:48 a.m. You've got It's a Me Ken. You got It's a Me Ken. It's a Me Marcula. AI Camus. I think I said that wrong, but that's okay. It's a Me Ken. You know, this guy has been donating a ton to DSP, but why did he get banned? What was the reason? Well, let's take a look at that too. It's a Me Ken was in DSP's chat. It looked like he wanted to play against DSP. And he was putting what looks to be his friend code. I think he was spamming it over and over, trying to get DSP's attention. He was telling DSP, listen, if you can beat me, I'll do a sub bomb. I'll give you 100 subs. And eventually it went to 200 subs. I'll give 200 subs if you beat me. And this guy's been donating to DSP. So he got banned. Now let's hear right from DSP's mouth what he thinks about It's a Me Ken making that offer.
Yeah, it's that simple. Either you come by, all right? Either you come by and you actually enjoy the content and you support it, or you leave. You don't come by and say, hey, I'm going to demand that you do this. I'll pay you all this money if you do this private session and match. No, fuck you. Okay? Get it? I hope you understand. I hope that's very transparent and clear for you. I don't need your money for you to try to hijack my content and my streams. That sets a very dangerous precedent. You understand?
So it sets a dangerous precedent because it means DSP streams will be ruled by people who give him money and they're going to tell him how to stream and what to do. But isn't that already the case? What makes this guy offering to play DSP to gift him 100 subs any different than DSP doing something like a wager in Call of Duty? Hey guys, if I get 20 kills this game, let's get somebody to gift me 20 subs. You know, or whatever the wagers was that he would do in the games like Call of Duty, where if he played a certain way or he hit a certain goal to get money out of it. How is that different than one of your fans offering you money to play him in a game? I think it's an ego thing here too, because DSP doesn't want to lose to one of his fans on stream because he'll never live it down. He can't appear to be bad at video games, especially when it comes to playing his audience. Now, is this the only reason? No, this could be the cope excuse. I mean, there's several people on Twitter who have brought a couple things to light, and let's take a look at that. So Duty Streams posted on Twitter that it happened because It's a Me Ken stopped by his podcast, dropped $500, and basically funded his Switch 2 giveaway. But why is that relevant? Well, let's take a look at that too. While DSP's stream was going on last night, Kino Casino was trying to compete against him to steal his viewers, steal his donations. They had PWR, and everyone knows PWR is DSP's other product. They had him on the show. They played Mario Kart together. And this is what PWR had revealed about DSP.
That's cool. Even if he was making fun of me, it's like, that's what the other product should have did. He should have just been like, hey, dude, you're entertaining. Good for you. Glad that something I did reached somebody, right?
Well, the thing is, he's jealous of you, and he views any money
I don't know why, honestly.
Well, because he views any money that goes to you, he thinks should be going to him.
Yeah.
Well, like, dude, I can't say too much. I can't say too much. Should I say it or not? We're on the air here.
Say
You
it.
may as well.
I got inside information, whether it's legitimate or not,
Uh-oh.
that allegedly in his Discord that he claims he doesn't have, that there are like serious talks about me and my content, that he has spies in my streams watching for who contributes to me. And if anybody who's a fan of his contributes to me, it's an automatic ban.
Yep.
Wow.
He does
And
the
like I said,
same
we don't
thing.
know if that's true,
I
but
believe
that's
it.
what I was told.
I believe it.
Of
I
course
believe
it's
it,
true.
bro. Well,
I mean,
we
that's
saw
pretty
the
crazy.
Discord.
That,
We
Because
saw
the
the
thing
Discord.
is, PWR, you actually provide the product that he claims.
So as you heard there, apparently DSP has insiders, you know, because DSP has a Discord that he accidentally leaked on his stream one day. You know, it had the life story sections and the vent channel where you can vent your life story, you can vent your problems. I don't know. But he leaked this Discord on stream by accident one day. So, you know, he kind of confirmed that it was legitimate. And what they're saying is that he's got people talking in that Discord about PWR, and if they see someone like a whale contributing to PWR, they get banned on DSP's channel. So then you had someone post on Twitter that said Ken also dropped 100 subs today at the end of Kino Casino's Switch stream. He was also banned towards the end of the night on DSP's stream. So there's a lot of speculation. I don't know for sure. I'm sure more will come out, but it sounds like he lost a whale, or at least lost a sock account for a whale who didn't really contribute to DSP last night. Then you get to the end of last night. The meltdown, I guess. The crash out, as people want to call it. Let's look into that. How did DSP's stream actually end? So we did a lot of complaining. Talked about how people probably aren't interested in seeing any more Mario Kart, trying to get the audience's feedback, and let's fast forward. And here we are now.
All right, guys, that's it for today. I do want to say to those who did support, thank you. It's a shame because, you know, with a new console launch, I got a ton of viewership, which I appreciate. It would have been great to have more support. I'm not going to lie. Basically, I barely even covered the cost of the console in the game with what I made today.
Okay, but why are you putting this burden on your audience that they didn't give you enough money to fund your purchase on the first day? As if the Switch wouldn't pay for itself over multiple streams, right? As if you weren't going to make money on other streams using the Switch too when games come out and stuff like that. But Phil's mentality is, I need to make my money back on day one, and I need to profit on it. Because the way I see it, the investment wasn't worth it. I didn't make any money today. I bought all this Temu accessories, I bought my Switch, and I didn't even really recoup all the costs of that stuff. So what the hell, guys? What the hell? I got all this viewership, and I don't care about that. I just wanted money. To be ungrateful enough that you got $500, which, by the way, this was, I think, his lowest supported marathon in months. So clearly there's kind of a downward trend going with the marathons, and that's kind of what's getting to him here. But to be so ungrateful for the money that you did get and just be like, I'm disappointed that we didn't get more, is such a DSP thing to say. And it's so hard to look at this guy and play along with his victim mentality when this is the way he treats people, and this is the way he acts, and this is the way he views things. It's a selfish mentality. You're an entertainer. Clearly you didn't entertain good enough. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, I thought this stream was like, hey, I'm going to be drinking all day. I'm going to get drunk and get to Mario Kart. But the whole thing ended up being like one of his older marathons where it's like, hey, every $100 is support, I'll take a shot. But even it's different from then, because I believe it used to be $100 contributions from people. So if I got a $100 tip, you get to choose the shot. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I feel like he kind of lowered the goalpost a little bit to just being like, every $100 I make, I'll take a shot. I don't know. I was more caught up in clipping the Mario Kart aspects of his stream because I had made a video last night than I was actually watching the stream. That could be a blessing in disguise. But yeah, that's gross. It's gross. It's such a gross way of thinking. And it's such an ungrateful way.
Now, over time, obviously the console is going to be worth it. So it's not like, oh, it's a loss thing for me. It's not. Don't think of it that way. But I will be honest, when you get people coming on the stream and they're saying things like, hey, I want to hijack your whole stream. Here's my friend code. Challenge me in the game, and if you beat me, I'll drop subs. That's fucking disrespectful. It's incredibly disrespectful for two reasons. Number one, because I'm doing a stream to entertain a public audience. This isn't your private stream where you think you can pay to make it content specifically for you. That's literally going back to the days of Tutankhamun. Remember him? Who said, oh, I want to pay you and you play Street Fighter 5 and shit like that. Remember that? That's incredibly disrespectful to any streamer to do that. That's number one. And number two, gee, when you drop hundreds and hundreds of subs over on Kino Casino every night, do you ask them to hijack their stream and completely change their content to give to your needs, or do you just support them? So I'm done with that shit.
Well, I think we found the root of the anger. He couldn't hold it in. He just said it. He knows it's a me. Ken was going over to Kino Casino, dropping subs. Somehow he got that message, if it was today or if it was other days he was doing it. But there's so many better ways he could have handled this when it comes to a whale trying to play you to give you money, right? Hey, I got a schedule. I mean, this guy is so set on schedule. Just blame the schedule, dude. Just say, hey, I'm on a schedule today. I want to show off these aspects of the game. Maybe we can do it another time. And you're not promising anything, but you're also not banning a guy who's donated you hundreds of dollars, right? So, you know, you could have handled this in another way. Instead of this picking sides, it's me or them, it's me or them. And now you shot yourself in the foot because you potentially don't have a whale. I mean, who knows? It could just be a sock, but, you know, the worst possible way. And now you're in this predicament where you're not making the money you want.
And if I ever see it again, I'll tell you right now, I'm just dropping the fucking ban hammer the moment I see it. It's incredibly disrespectful. I don't play that fucking game. I'm no one's bitch. I'm not going to change my marathon around because someone's, oh, dangle the carrot. Here, dangle the carrot. You can take the carrot and you can shove it up your fucking ass. How about that?
I thought we were so excited when this Switch started. The trolls couldn't stop you. They tried to stop you from getting the Switch. Now we get this. Like, dude, if you're this unhappy, go do something else. Go reevaluate your life. Because you're clearly not happy in this position. And you're clearly between a rock and a hard place, DSP. It's like the spoon rant. Mail the guy a spoon.
Okay. All right. Tag, thanks for a $2 super chat. He says, play Soul Calibur 2. To do that, I have to get the premium subscription. I don't want to do that. And it doesn't have online play either, right?
But this guy just did the same thing. He just told you how to run your stream, dude. He just told you to play a game. How is that different from It's a Me Ken being like, hey, play a game with me and I'll drop subs? This guy just gave you a super chat and was like, play Soul Calibur. Why didn't you ban him? Drop the fucking ban hammer, dude.
Soul Calibur 2 is just an offline fighting game. What am I going to do? Fight the CPU? That's boring. And I'd also have to play it with this. Good luck playing a fighting game with this.
Look how rotten his
Not
attitude
even a
is.
D-pad.
So rotten.
Okay.
Whoever that guy was that gave him $2, don't ever send him money again. He just treated you like gum on the bottom of his shoe.
Yeah, it's that simple. Either you come by, all right? Either you come by and you actually enjoy the content and you support it, or you leave.
You enjoy the content and you support it, or you leave. He is requiring you to support the content when you come by or leave. Either you enjoy it and support it, or leave. There's no optional. There's no, I'd be grateful for it. It's just, you come by, you support, or you leave.
You don't come by and say, hey, I'm going to demand that you do this. I'll pay you all this money if you do this private session and match. No, fuck you. Okay? Get it? I hope you understand. I hope that's very transparent and clear for you. I don't need your money.
But you do, because you're disappointed with the support that came in. And you know what? Why didn't you counteroffer Ken? Why didn't you be like, all right, I'll play you 100 subs if I win. And if you win, you still have to give me 50 subs. Or be like, hey, 50 subs up front, we'll play a game right now. Because no way in hell DSP would get away with scamming a guy and taking 50 subs from someone just to not play him and not get blown up on the internet for it, right? He knows that, right? He knows that he's got to be careful with the quote-unquote scamming people for certain things. I mean, we're still waiting on the Logitech steering wheel for American Truck Simulator, right? So I honestly, you know, as much as people hate on DSP, I think in this situation, if he counter-offered him, he would live up to his word and he would play him if the guy guaranteed him subs, right? So, you know, there was other ways he could have handled this, but he was just so built up with anger inside that he couldn't do anything but unleash his frustration on the chat and on It's a Me Ken.
For you to try to hijack my content and my streams. That sets a very dangerous precedent. You understand? Okay. All right, guys. It's time to adjourn. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, no podcast tomorrow.
That's where I'm going to leave this one, y'all. Appreciate every single one of you. Contrary to DSP, y'all been giving me a ton of support lately. You know, views, subscriptions have been up. I appreciate every single one of you. Everybody have a great weekend. Peace.